Just realized I should be recording. Okay. So this is the new emote that we have. For those, yeah, hello YouTube. For those who don't recognize the face, that is Forward. Forward was one of the more prominent, easily top 10 melee players back early on. He helped define the Falco meta. He was the one who discovered like Waveland Shine onto platforms, things like that. Cool, Wretched. So here's a story from you from 2000, what was it, 9 when Brawl came out that has now led to our new emote. So I've known Ford now for a year or two. At this point, I'd known him for about a year or two. And Forward and a van full of Phoenix Smashers come down to Albuquerque for Brawl and Melee tournament. Mostly Brawl. Melee was kind of a side event at this thing. And they're all staying at our friend Neil's house. So, oh jeez, we'll do those push-ups in a minute, Fortune. So they're staying at Neil's house, and everybody just converges on that place the night before. It is an awesome Smash Fest. TVs everywhere that we can fit them. People playing crazy amounts of Brawl because it was the new game. There's kind of like a little Melee setup, but even like the most diehard Melee fans are ignoring it because at this time, Brawl was new. It was exciting. We just wanted to play it. There was an Arizona Smasher who went by VAT0 who was recording everything with a camera. And of course, me being the jokester that I am, I have the camera with me. I'm holding it up. I'm like, what up, MTV's Cribs? It's your boy Twin A. And like giving a tour around the house. Just being a clown. With how many people were staying in this house, there was only one spare bed. VAT0 called the bed. This is relevant. So while I'm going around with him and his camera, just filming everybody playing Smash in the house and just being a clown and having a good time, he wanders away for a little bit, VAT0 does, and comes back, and he's mad. He says, dang, I called the bed, and Ford just went and took it and laid down. Yes, filthy casual, kilty casual, his house. But yeah, Ford just went and took the bed and fell asleep. That's not right. I mean, there's no top player privilege in calling the bed at a Smash Fest. So I tell VAT0, get your camera. We're going to go wake up Forward. And it's down the hallway. And I'm kind of like silently walking. VAT0's behind me with his camera. And I look back and everybody in the house stopped what they were doing to like squeeze into the hallway and see what I was going to do to Ford. And I go into the room and I turn on the light and I wait and Ford's just there sleeping, his back turned to me. And I slowly creep and like just barely sit on the bed and I wait and he doesn't move. Then I put my arm on his shoulder and it is like as stretched out as we're going to get. His shoulder's here. There is all this space in between us. And he doesn't move. So I get a little closer. And a little closer. And a little closer. And he is still out like a light. We are now full. Oh, and I put my hand on his stomach. We are now big spoon, little spoon moment. I am full on cuddling with Forward, one of the best Melee players of all time. And he is still sound asleep. So I very lightly lean in and blow on his earlobe. And he turns and he makes this face. And I immediately hop out of the bed, sprint down the hallway, push through everyone, and get to the end. And I'm like this, ready to think that Ford is going to come out and try to fight me. And he does. He comes running out of the hallway so confused, like, what happened? What? Who was it? Why? What did you do? What? And he's chasing me. And I'm so busy laughing that honestly, if he did try to tackle me, He could have, because I couldn't breathe. I was laughing. Everybody was laughing. And when he finally realized what happened, he goes to hurry back in the room, but it was too late. Vat Zero had taken the bed and he was falling asleep. So the reason that the emote is A1 Twin LS is Little Spoon. While we were in Oakland for Genesis this last year, I was retelling this story while a bunch of us were out grabbing drinks. And early on in the story, Ford comes and sits right next to me while I'm telling the story. And he's like, oh, this sounds really familiar. This sounds really familiar. When I say Vat Zero, he's like, wait a second. That's when you cuddled me. Well, everybody at the bar just loses it who's, around listening to the story. And he's like, wait, we can recreate it. We can recreate it. And so that's where this picture ended up coming from, was at Genesis. I get behind him. I'm actually holding on to him right now in this picture. And he turns around. And right when he makes the face, Taj, being the ultra homie that he is, gets a picture of it. And there we go. There's the story of the new emote, Little Spoons. Ford was the one who came up with the calling it that. And he also said that since it's like a little mess up face, whenever I mess up, instead of always getting oofs and things like that, say, can I get your little spoons in chat?